Good morning. I hope you guys had a good week off, a different kind of spring break than what we have been used to in the past. I know it was for me, but now we're back at it and we're ready to finish off our year of Brit Lit. I know we're all going to be in different places because of all of the new Cobb County rules with grading. So I'm going to continue to post assignments throughout the rest of the school year, and then you can participate as needed. Okay. Remember that the rule is that as soon as you get the grade that you want, that you're satisfied with in this class, you're welcome to stop at that point, and you don't even have to tell me. It'll become obvious when you quit doing assignments, okay? But for anyone who needs to continue working, I will continue throwing things out there that I think might be beneficial to you moving forward in your educational career, like things that might help with AP Lang or AP Lit, since most of you will be taking one of those two classes in the future. So one of the things that we really want to be looking at over the next few days are grades. And as I start putting grades in Synergy today, I am going to focus mainly on those kids whose grades are like very close to that next letter grade. Okay, so if you're very close to passing or you're just about to pull it up to a C or a B or an A, I'm going to look at those first, so that I can see if any of the work that we've done so far, anything on the research paper or Gothic literature or the poetry, if any of that would be enough to bring you up to that next letter grade. Okay, so I'm going to focus on those students first and then kind of trickle down from there, because as we've already established, once you get the grade you want, then you can concentrate on other things. Now, I would never suggest that you just absolutely quit working entirely. I hope that you're working on at least one academic subject all the way through May. That just keeps your brain, challenged and keeps you occupied and busy. And I think that's probably a little healthier for your soul, not just for your brain, but also for the soul. So please consider that you should to try to keep working in something. And even if for this class, maybe just reading some books. I put together, actually, I didn't put it together. I found a list of books that are like AP recommended reading lists that I can share with you. We could do book clubs. And these would be enrichment kinds of things that I wouldn't have to even give assignments on and no grades for those students who've already gotten their desired grade, but just want, to keep their mind sharp. Okay. So several of you have already contacted me with suggestions for that. And the rest of you are welcome to do so as well. So what are we going to be doing in terms of assignments that could raise your grade? Well, we're going to start a novel study today, and it's with a book that I'd already warned you we were going to do this semester. It's Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, the Nigerian author. And it fits nicely in with our study of British literature because it takes place during British imperialism when the British were colonizing all over the world. You may remember from your world history classes that there's an old saying, the sun never sets on the British Empire. Well, that's because they had colonized so many different parts of the earth that literally the sun was always shining on some land controlled by the British. So it's interesting to see how far we've come from that Anglo-Saxon time period to now we're getting into the late 18th, 19th century in that time of imperialism. So the book really traces the effects of the colonization by the British on Native people, and it gives a very interesting perspective. I'm going to put up two videos today. This one hopefully will be a little bit shorter, just me talking a little bit about the housekeeping and how we're going to move forward from here. And then there'll be a second video with introduction to the novel that I'm about to share with you guys. Okay, so I'm just reviewing my notes here. We're going to start that novel study. We'll spend about 2, maybe 2.5 weeks, but probably just 2 weeks. It's very, very short novel. Each day I will post videos, different things that I want you guys to notice about the book in terms of maybe the way it's written, the language, the characterization, the developing conflict, thematic types of things, anything that I think might help you with your overall comprehension and interpretation of this little novel. I will have weekly reading assignments for you. The book is technically divided into 3 parts, but I'm going to divide it in half. Part 1 will be the first half of the book, and then parts 2 and 3 will be your second reading assignment. Right there at the end of part 1, you will have one quiz. Okay, that'll just cover part 1 of the book. And then at the end of the book, we'll have a test that covers the entire thing. Okay, so that's one quiz. There will also be a vocab list that's posted online, and you will have one vocabulary quiz. There will be 1, maybe 2, but probably just 1 writing assignments. I might give you 2 different opportunities to write about the book. And then, maybe we'll choose the one that, you do the best on. We'll see when it comes to that time. And then, of course, the test grade. So that's going to be at least 3-4 grades that come just from this novel study, quiz, test, vocab, maybe even a daily grade in there. So this can be very helpful for those of you who are trying to raise your grade up into that next level. Okay. So each day you'll just need to check the blog and take a look at any videos that I have posted, and just stay caught up on the reading. I'll give you a suggested reading schedule so that you'll be able to finish whatever the reading assignment is for that week. Okay, so for example, this week your reading assignment is going to be to read part 1 so that we can have our quiz next Monday. Okay, again, it's a very short book, so it's not a crazy amount of reading. I would suggest you read like chapters 1 and 2 today, and then 3 and 4 tomorrow, so that you can break it all up. To be honest, I read it in one afternoon, one sitting. It was actually during spring break a few years ago. And I was sitting on the beach, needed something to read. And so, I grabbed this because I knew I was going to be teaching it in the future, and I read it just like that. Okay, so super easy to read. And I actually think you guys will like it. It tells an interesting story, a very different story from what we've read so far. Okay, so that's kind of the plan. Moving forward, how I'll focus on the grades and getting those put in. I know a lot of you guys are eager to know where you stand and how much more you have to do. And then you can decide for yourself where you want to put your time and effort into vocab quizzes, into regular quizzes, into doing well on the test, into raising your daily grade. I don't know. It's going to be different for every student. So just be watching on Synergy later on this week, and I'll be making some adjustments and some grade entries there. Okay. All right. So that's it for my welcome back video. I'm going to make another video introducing you guys to Things Fall Apart with some background information. So be sure you watch that too, because again, it takes place in Nigeria. So it's very different, and it might help you to have a little bit of insight before you just jump into it. One other thing, I'm going to post the ebook. Don't run out and buy this book. I'm going to post it on the blog so you can pull it up in a PDF form on your computer, on your phone, whatever. Okay, that's going to be the easiest, quickest way for us to deal with a novel study. And I just so happen to have the ebook so that I can post it for you. Okie doke. All right. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are all doing very, very well, and that you are happy and thriving and getting outdoors and enjoying a little bit of your free time, taking care of yourself and taking care of others. I'm back every single day. If you need me, you know where to find me. All right, guys. See you soon.